friends, Jess here with Sass and Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how to take that sunflower flag that you may have learned how to make in one of my previous tutorials, how to take that one step further and get your writing to be like the American flag as well. Sort of the same concept, really easy. So what you're going to do is, you have your sunflower flag that you made. And what I'm going to do is I need to cut this in half. Okay, now I don't want to try and figure out what half of 9.478 is. So I'm going to make this easy for myself, and I'm going to make it a nice even 10. Okay, now I'm going to take a shape. And I want to make sure that my square is going to cover my sunflower from top to bottom. I'm going to undo the proportions because I want my box to be exactly half of what my sunflower is. And I'm going to need 2 of them. So I'm going to make a copy of this and set this aside because remember, I can't slice these 2 things with the box because you can only slice 2 things at one time with Cricut. So basically I made a box for each layer. Now I'm going to highlight these and I want to align my box to the right because now I know it is cutting it exactly down the dead center of, my sunflower. I'll go over here and I'll hit slice and I don't need these pieces anymore. So I'm going to get rid of them and I'm going to do the same thing for the flag part. Go up to align right. Go to slice and get rid of the pieces I don't need. Okay, move that over there. And there you go. You got your half of a sunflower flag. Okay, I'm going to center it so all the pieces are nice and straight. Okay, now I want to get my wording in there. And I showed you in a different video. It's the same concept. But, when you write something, it doesn't have to be just the solid color. I showed you how you can go up to the fill right here and say print and then go to your color and you can pick, a pattern that you might want to use, which that could come in really helpful. Like if, you're doing, something with Sesame Street and you want Elmo to be, in the letters or whatnot. But sometimes you can't find what you're looking for, or in this case, you can't really add your own patterns. So this is where you need to get creative. And what you're going to do is you are going to make this the way you want it by welding it. Now, I should preface this by saying I would never ever leave the letters like this. Okay, you don't want them disjointed like that. You want your T to be, attached to the S. And all of that, just nice and flowing. And in case anybody's wondering what font this is the Market Streets font Magnolia. So I would take the time to break this apart and kern my letters, which is also another word for saying spacing the letters to where they need to be so they look nice together. All right, but for simplicity's sake, we're just going to keep it as it is. Now, what I want to do, though, is I want to turn this text into a shape, basically. And the way you do that is by welding this. When you weld something, basically it's telling the program that you want it to be a shape. And usually once you weld something, unless you click the undo button, once you've welded it, that's it. It's done. You can't, like if you've misspelled something, you can't go back and fix it. It's done. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to insert a flag, the same flag that I used to make my sunflower. Come on, here we go. Okay. And if you remember what I said in the previous tutorials, while this is an image, for simplicity's sake, Cricut just thinks it's another shape. And you know that we can take two shapes and slice them together to get the outcome that we want. And seeing as we just made our text into a shape, basically, now we're going to slice it and we're going to get our American flag and our letters. So basically you just put your text wherever you would want it to cut, and then you're going to highlight both of them. I'm going to go down to slice. And again, remember I said when you slice, sometimes it looks like it didn't do anything, and that's not the case. It has. So we're going to get rid of that. And I want to show you, okay, there is our red, white, and blue lettering. But you can tell it doesn't look exactly right. Well, that's because, you can't see the white. So what you're going to do is I'm going to undo this. And I'm going to leave my black there, but I'm going to move the black to the back. And basically what that does is it outlines the white part of the lettering so you can see, the letters. And then I would group it. And then you can move it over there. And then you can add, stars or hearts or, little embellishments or whatever you want to do. And this would be great to put on a t-shirt or something. You just got to make sure that it is the right size, and that there is that printable vinyl that Cricut sells. But basically what this is a print and cut. So, because obviously it recognizes the flag as an image that it needs to print out, but then you would feed it through the Cricut and it would cut out where, the pieces that it needs to. And then you can put that on a shirt or whatever else you need to. So I hope you find this tutorial helpful. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I will be adding other tutorials, especially, using other programs. I use Cricut, Skull, or Surecuts a lot, and the Silhouette program very, very frequently, as well as doing some crafts and showing you different crafts that you can do. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.